dark mode a site. So I put a button here, switch dark, between dark and light. So you could do that on a website and put the kind of button wherever. So let's take a look at the code. Okay, very simple HTML page, dark mode, link to a style sheet called light mode CSS. That's what it's originally on. The button here, button on click, there is some JavaScript on click switch sheet, and that's referring to a script, source script.js. So that's a JavaScript site. So the original light CSS is the one it's originally on. It's here. Very simple CSS rules for the button and the color and the hover, etc. So go to the index page. So button on click switch sheet. Now it refers to a JavaScript script here. Function switch sheet. If href, if theme, go to dark mode. So it's going to switch between them. The dark mode is the total change of the body background. That's the main one. And of course the text, because the color changes. The button, I think there were color differences as well. Background color. Not much, still quite simple CSS. So that JavaScript, you can switch between the two files. Very simple little bit of JavaScript. Let me keep that on for a bit. Function switch sheet. Okay, function switch sheet. Let theme equals document.get element by the theme. And dark mode. Okay, so you can stop it there. Get my JavaScript. That'll be attached to the index. So here we have the div button on click, and they're originally attached to the style sheet light mode. So that's the first one. And then button on click switch sheet, and in that file it will switch over to dark mode. So the CSS rules will be changed. So right, we'll start here. The original light mode CSS sheet, click. So I think the button is still relatively the same. H1 color is different, background, I'm going to switch back. Yeah. Okay, you can either freeze that where you need to, otherwise I'll leave a download link for the HTML, dark mode, light mode and script.js JavaScript. Or you can mess around with it yourself. All you need is this JavaScript really. That JavaScript linked to the link to a button there. Mess around with your own CSS rules if you want, but that's a good way of dark moding your site. You can have a button anywhere, nav bar, bottom, footer, wherever. I'm going to mess around with that a bit more, and I'm going to leave a link if you want to download the files.